Hi, I'm Hugh Womack, a librarian at the ZSR Library at Wake Forest University, and today we're going to very quickly show you how to find newspapers by the name of the newspaper and search for your particular topic. And we're also going to show you how to use our general news databases that let you access a wide variety of newspapers without hitting a paywall. So let's get started. We're going to start out at zsr.wfu.edu, and we're going to click on Journals. Under Journals, we are going to search for the New York Times. Many of our large newspapers have these boxes at the top that help you find the specific version that you need of a particular newspaper. Now, we're going to search for a particular topic today, Abbott Laboratories versus Gardner. And that is a case from 1967, so we need to go further back than 1980. Not as far back as 1922, so I'm going to use this link right here, and I am going to use the version that covers 1923 to 2020. And when that database comes up, I'll be able to search for my topic, Abbott Laboratories v. Gardner, a specific case. This is now searching the database from 1923 to the present, and you can see many of the articles that come up are going to be older because this was an older case. Here's one from May 23rd, 1967, and there we go. So this gets you around all of the New York Times paywalls, and we have access online to the New York Times from its origination to the present, but it is split across multiple databases, so you sometimes have to take these extra steps to find the item you need. Now that we've looked at using the Journals button to find a particular newspaper by the title of that newspaper and search that newspaper, we need to come back to the ZSR homepage, zsr.wfu.edu, and we need to take a look at databases, because what we want to do next is take a look at specifically news databases that search a wide variety of sources of newspapers across the United States and abroad. So right here, we take the 523 databases that ZSR subscribes to, and we divide them up by subject and by type. And by type is what we're interested in because we want to look under news and current events. And under news and current events, two of our best bets are ProQuest Current News and Nexus Uni. There's also another really useful one that I just want to point out right now, and that is America's News. It is also a very good source. Now, I'll take this opportunity to mention many of these databases that search widely across multiple newspapers only go back to the early 1980s. And that's because many of those smaller newspapers weren't digitizing their publications prior to that, and many are so small that they don't have the funding to digitize that far back, or they don't even have an archive. So keep that in mind. And because we originally were searching Abbott Laboratories v. Gardner, and that's a 1967 case, we're going to do a different search this time in ProQuest Current News. For our example here, we're going to use Department of Homeland Security versus Regents of the University of California. I'm going to do this search, and here you can see I got 648 results back. I can limit over here to just newspaper articles if I'm interested in that. That's going to take me down to 100 hits. And then right now it's sorting by relevance. I may decide that instead of relevance that I want to look at the newest first or the oldest first. It really depends on my purpose. So if I'm looking at the most recent, and then remember, you're going to get some false hits, and the best way to avoid those false hits, because it's searching for terms individually, is to use quotation marks around your search string, and then you're searching for exactly that search string. And you can see this knocked out a large number. This took me from 100 down to 33, but by putting the text in quotation marks, instead of searching for each word individually, it searches for this string exactly. And you can see these are from a wide variety of newspapers. And you can see these are also more recent articles. If I follow one of these links, Here you can see the text of the article. For many of these large databases, you're just going to see the text of the article. You are not going to see an image of how the article appeared when it was in the particular newspaper that you've selected. So in this case, we're looking at an article from the Washington Post from June of 2020. Again, ProQuest Current News, Nexus Uni, America's News. And while we're here, I'll take this opportunity to mention that back at the library's homepage, you can also use this search box. Again, it's searching 523 different databases, so you might get more than you bargained for. But in this case, we found some other articles, a few government documents that might be relevant to our research. And again, we found 30 results. If I put this in quotation marks, we find 21 results. So it narrows it down even further when we search by phrase searching in quotation marks. I'm Hugh Womack, and this has been how to find newspapers articles by title or within our larger news databases. Thanks for your attention.